Oh shit. Hello again. Welcome to my review on Alien Rogue Incursion. Alien Rogue Incursion is an all-new, action-packed horror VR game that transforms you into the ex-colonial marine Zulu Hendrix on a dangerous mission to the uncharted planet Padan. Featuring innovative real-life motion gameplay, a whole-body loadout, and the most cunning xenomorphs ever encountered. That last part is the biggest load of horse. Okay, in theory, I thought this game would be quite good. I like Alien, I like the films, I like the games, except from Firestorm. I think I just fell asleep during that. I will play that again at some point, but I just fell asleep during this. Alright, for my initial impressions from the trailer, when it first released, I was quite excited, however a bit skeptical, because it looked like it was running at 5 frames per second. Which is foreshadowing the performance issues that is plaguing it now. So I did pre-order this game a couple of weeks before release, and then I go to look at it a day before release, or a couple of hours before release, and then I see it being tagged with part 1. So I was already quite annoyed. It's already a pre-cut game. It's not a complete game. They claim it's a standalone adventure, which I don't think that's the definition of standalone. So you can already tell it's an incomplete story with a cliffhanger at the end without even playing the game. Now, actually moving into the game, I'll admit the first encounters with the xenomorphs were quite fun and creepy. They did sneak up on me a few times, but that does kind of wear off after time, where you realize the AI is not that great. It is pretty poor. They spawn in pairs every couple of minutes, so it gets really repetitive really quickly, and it just gets frustrating rather than scary or fun. You just kind of expect them, oh, there's a pair of 2 xenomorphs now, time to shoot them, while exploring through the facility, which you'll go back and forth between. Now for the performance, it's really not that good. The game looks alright, but it doesn't run as right. Like the graphics don't match the performance, and the performance is awful. And especially when you're in VR, performance, you can feel it because you're seeing it more, and it would just make you feel sick and motion sickness more. So it's really important to have good performance in a VR game compared to a desktop game, I guess. And there is plenty of bugs, game-breaking bugs, that will stop your progress. For example, trying to plug in this probe into the Android.
Insert the next probe into my left temple.
About that. It's in the fucking table, mate. Got stuck in the table. Could not get it out of the table. Had to restart. Getting head stuck behind things that shouldn't be there. Like, shouldn't get stuck behind.
In case we don't make it out of here.
Oh,
sorry.
crap.
If I die here, I die fighting for something real. I got okay with that possibility the day we went AWOL. I think Carver did the same when he reached out to us. Whatever he may be guilty of, he was willing to...
And the worst of them all is freezing at certain points in the game. There was a door that I needed to go through, and every time I pressed the button to go through it, it would freeze the game and it would just crash. Every single time. It took me at least an hour to just force my way through it. It was just freezing every single time. So, I don't know who game tested this. They did it awfully and not well. I did report this in their Discord. There's still no, bug fix, I guess, for it so far. Not that I've seen. So yeah, that was very annoying. The gear that you get given is decent. It's okay. The motion tracker just feels pointless because the AI is just dumb and will do a little emote before attacking you, so it just gives you time to just blast them.
That's all of it.
Damn, I'm running through health. The pistol just kind of feels pointless. It's just a 6-round revolver. So why would you use it when you've got a shotgun and a pulse rifle? It just seems a bit silly. The pulse rifle is a lot of fun. It feels powerful and satisfying to use. The shotgun's great too, but it's got a very painful, slow reload. The shooting itself is quite fun, but when you're shooting at the enemies, not so much. The enemies don't really react to you shooting them. There's no sort of dismemberment or sort of animations, clear animation to show like they being hurt. They just ragdoll onto the floor and just fade away. It's like a bad asset flip. So killing and shooting enemies just doesn't feel rewarding and satisfying. Now for the enemy variety, or lack of. You've got the xenomorphs and the queen xenomorph and facehuggers. There's only 3 moments with facehuggers throughout the entire game, one of which is a cutscene, like a forced cutscene, and the queen is just a final boss battle, which you could probably have guessed anyway. So throughout the game, you're only really facing the xenomorphs, so it does get very repetitive and very boring very quickly.
We can figure out the rest later.
Ooh. Can I pet the dog? What kind of dog are you? The story itself is incomplete because it's part 1, but the story itself isn't that interesting. It's you go there to find someone because illegal things have been happening in this place. What illegal things? I don't know. I don't think it explains. It might have explained on a computer terminal throughout the environments, but the storytelling shouldn't be told completely from the terminals. It's a nice little extra lore, but it shouldn't be all the lore. There are plenty of plot points that just go completely unanswered, some of which are a bit obvious than others. Overall, I don't recommend getting Rogue Incursion. It's not a fun shoot 'em up. It's not a fun horror. It's just below average at best. I would love if this game was great, but it's not. I'm gonna rate this a 3 out of 10. The shooting was fun. The shooting mechanics were fun, but everything else was average at best. Well, that's great. This is fucking great, man. Now what we gonna do, man? Game over, man. Game over. Why didn't you ask me about Sevastopol's safety protocols?